អបអរសាទរឆ្នាំសិក្សាថ្មី2020-2021សាលា e-school Cambodia សូមជម្រាបជូនដំណឹងដល់សិស្សានុសិស្សអាណាព្យាបាលនិងមហាជនទូទៅឲ្យបានជ្រាបថាការសិក្សាតាមអនឡាញក្នុង app e-school មកដល់ពេលនេះមានអ្នកប្រើប្រាស់ចំនួន1 លានអ្នកហើយក្នុងនោះមុខវិជ្ជាជាច្រើនត្រូវបានរៀបចំជាង200ថ្នាក់ច្រើនជាង 20000 វីដេអូថ្នាក់ចំណេះដឹងទូទៅពីថ្នាក់ទី1ដល់ថ្នាក់ទី12ថ្នាក់ភាសាបរទេសថ្នាក់កុំព្យូទ័រថ្នាក់ជំនាញខ្លីដើម្បីបងប្អូនទទួលបានការសិក្សាបន្ថែមនៅផ្ទះតាមអនឡាញ e-school Cambodia នឹងធ្វើការបញ្ចុះតម្លៃពិសេស 70% គ្រប់មុខវិជ្ជាចាប់ពីថ្ងៃនេះរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃទី31 ខែមករាឆ្នាំ 2021កាន់តែពិសេសសម្រាប់ការទិញថ្នាក់សិក្សាចំនួន4ក្នុងខែតែមួយនឹងទទួលបានសេវាធានារ៉ាប់រងអាយុជីវិតរយៈពេល1ឆ្នាំពេញដែលមានតម្លៃ10 លានរៀលពីក្រុមហ៊ុន Forteliteព័ត៌មានលម្អិតសូមទំនាក់ទំនងមក Page e-school Cambodia ទូរស័ព្ទលេខ090 787 999 e-school ផ្ដល់ចំណេះជំនាញនិងចំណូលសូមអរគុណ
Hello, good day everyone. I am Caselyn and I will be your teacher for the second book, Thoughts and Notions, Diploma in English. This book contains 5 units with different topics and each unit have 5 lessons. So today we will tackle the first unit, Inventions and Inventors. But before going to lesson 1, we will be having a short quiz which is about context clues. Context clue are hints that the author provides to help the reader understand further the difficult word or phrases. Context clues are usually within the same sentence of the word. So, instruction, underline the answer that means the same as the word in bold. Number 1, the 2 brothers lived together in New York for several years. Then, one of them moved to California. Now, they are living apart. The word in bold is apart. So, what does apart mean? Letter A, above each other. Letter B, beside each other. C, not together. Or D, near each other. For us to know the answer, we need to have the context clue. So what's the context clue in number 1? Can you guess it? The context clue in number 1 is one of them moved to. So the answer is not together. Since one of them moved to the other country or state rather, apart means not together. Next, number 2. Ali keeps a strip of paper in his book so he can remember what page he is on. The word in bold is strip and the context clue is paper. And the choices, A, strip means heavy piece, B, dark piece, C, long and thin piece, or D, dirty piece. What do you think is the answer? To the context clue paper, is the paper heavy? Is it dark? Is it long and thin? Or is it dirty? What's the answer? The answer is letter C. Here in this sentence, strip means long and thin piece. Number 3. There is a row of trees along each side of our street. The word in bold is row. And the choices are A, line, B, forest, C, record, D, peace. The context clue in this sentence is along. There is a row of trees along each side of our street. Row means a line. Number 4. Half a dozen eggs is 6 eggs. The bold word is dozen. What does dozen mean? Letter A, 14. B, 12. C, 8. Or D, 16. The context clue in number 4 is 6. So, half a dozen eggs is 6 eggs. And the answer is 12. Half of 12 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Number 5. Someone delivers a newspaper to my apartment every morning. I don't have to go out to buy one. The word in bold is delivers. And the choices are uses, B, bring, C, destroys, and here it's letter D, D, connects. The context clue here in number 5 is I don't have to go out and buy one. And the answer is B, brings. Someone brings a newspaper to my apartment every morning. I don't have to go and buy one. Number 6, I tried to pay for their help, but they wouldn't accept my money. The word in bold is accept. What does accept mean? Through the context clues, does accept mean bring? Does it mean shoot, take, or suppose? Let's look for the context clue. To pay, it means like to give. It can also mean to give something in return. So the answer or the meaning, the answer for accept is take. But they wouldn't accept or they wouldn't take my money. Number 7. Sarah received a package from her parents yesterday. They sent her some new clothes. The word in bold is receive. Sarah received a package. And the choices are A, needed, B, got, C, spent, D, told. Does receive mean needed? Does it mean got? Does it mean spent or told? Receive here means got. Through the context clue, sent her. So if someone sends you something, you can receive it. Number 8, stop talking immediately. The test already started 5 minutes ago. The word in bold is immediately. And the choices are today, A, B, soon, C, later, D, right now. Immediately means right now. Through the context clues started 5 minutes ago. Number 9. I don't have to work or go to class today. I can do whatever I want to do. Whatever means anything, B, anywhere, C, anytime, or D, anyone. In this sentence, whatever means anything. I can do whatever, or I can do anything I want to do. We were able to get the answer anything due to the context clue do. Excuse me. Number 10. Saudi Arabia has a desert climate. Canada has a cold climate. In winter, the climate in Indonesia is tropical. The word in bold in this sentence is climate. What does climate mean? A, type of land. B, average weather. C, government. Or D, food. Climate in number 10 means average weather. With the context clue, cold. And that's it. So for us to understand new words, we just need to look for context clues. And now we're going to proceed to lesson 1, the zipper. The zipper. So before proceeding, are you wearing something with a zipper? What can you do when a zipper on a piece of clothing breaks? Do you have any clothing without a zipper? How does it close? I believe most of us have already worn something that have zipper. Our bags have zipper, skirts have zipper, jackets do have zippers, jeans have zippers, bags, even boots have zippers. So there is a passage in lesson 1 about the zipper. There are words that are in bold, and this will be the vocabulary later on. The zipper is a wonderful invention. How did people ever live without a zippers? They are very common, so we forget that they are wonderful. They are very strong, but they open and close very easily. They come in many colors and sizes. In the 1890s, people in the United States wore high shoes with a long row of buttons. Clothes often have rows of buttons too. People wish that clothes were easier to put on and take off. So, in years before, zipper doesn't exist yet. So, most of the clothing are fastened using the buttons, and it's a bit of a hassle. So, Whitcomb L. Judson, an engineer from the United States, invented the zipper in 1893 rather. However, his zippers didn't stay closed very well. This was embarrassing. And people didn't want to buy many of them. Then Dr. Gideon Sundback from Sweden solved this problem. His zipper stayed closed. A zipper has 3 parts. Number 1, there are dozens of metals or plastic hooks called teeth in 2 rows. Number 2, these hooks are fastened, not fastened. It's fastened to 2 strips of cloth. The cloth strips are flexible. They bend easily. Number 3, a fastener slides along and joins the hooks together. When it slides the other way, it takes the hooks apart. Dr. Sundback put the hooks on the strips of cloth. The cloth holds all the hooks in place. They don't come apart very easily. This solved the problem of the first zipper. So if you haven't saw a zipper in your life yet, this is how a zipper looks like. As to the passage, these are what we call the hooks. Vocabulary. These are the bold letters in the passage. Zipper, row, number of people or things in a more or less straight line. Or in a simpler form, row is also a line. Next, engineer. A person who designs, builds, or maintains engines, machines, or structure. In this passage, the engineer was the one who invented the zipper, Mr. Whitcomb L. Judson. Embarrassing or causing embarrassment. Solved, find an answer to. Dozens, a group or set of 12. Hooks, a curved instrument especially as used for ripping and shearing. Fastened, fix or hold in place. Strip, pull or tear off. Slides, move smoothly along a surface. Apart, separated by a specific distance in a time or space. And as for the topic on lesson 1, in unit 1, the words inventor and invention were mentioned. Inventor is someone who designs or creates something that did not exist before, while invention is something that has never been made before. And in this lesson, the inventors were first Mr. Whitcomb L. Judson of the United States in year 1893, but since the zipper that he invented was quite not that good, Dr. Giddens-Sundback solved the problem by putting strips of cloth in both sides of the zipper. And the invention was the zipper, which made the lives of the people before more easier than using buttons. Now, let's go to the vocabulary exercise. Instruction: put the right word in each blank. The sentences are from the text. So, in your book, page 6, there are sets of words in there and sentences which we need to fill up. These sentences were taken from the passage in page 5. So let's answer it together. Here are the words that we're going to fill in the blank. And number 1, in the 1980s, people in the United States wore high shoes with a long blank of buttons. What's the answer? The answer, we can see it on the list of words on top. The answer is row. In the 1890s, people in the United States wore shoes with a long row of buttons. Number 2, the blank of metal or plastic blank. It's also called the T. Answers are dozens. There are dozens of metal and plastic hooks called T. Number 3, the blank is a wonderful invention. What is a wonderful invention? This is our topic. The answer is zipper. The zipper is a wonderful invention. Number 4, a fastener blank along and joins the hooks together. A fastener blank along and joins the hooks together. What's the answer? Slides. The fastener slides along and joins the hooks together. Number 5. Whitcomb L. Judson, the inventor, and blank from United States invented the zipper in 1893. What was Whitcomb L. Judson again? He was an engineer. Number 6. When it slides the other way, it takes the hooks blank. When the zipper slides the other way, it takes the hooks what? Apart. It takes the hooks apart. Number 6. This was blank, and people didn't buy many of them. Since the zipper was not well made, the people didn't buy many of them because it was embarrassing. Number 8, they blank easily. Why is the zipper embarrassing? They bend easily. Number 9, this hooks blank to 2 blank of cloth. The answers are fastened. This hooks fastened the 2 strips of cloth. Number 10. Then Dr. Gideon, sent back from Sweden, solved, what did he solve? He solved the problem of the first invented zipper. Okay, so let's take a review. The answer for number 1 is row. Number 2, dozens and hooks. Number 3, zipper. 4, slides. 5, engineer. 6, apart. 7, embarrassing. 8, bend. 9, fasten and strips. 10, solved. All right, that's all for today. Please answer the remaining activities in your book. Activities A, C, D, and E. You can send your answers through email if you do have email. Please email it to my email, umani@gmail.com, with a subject, thoughts and notions, exercise number 1. Thank you. See you again next time. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Thoughts and Notions. I am Miss Caselyn again. We are still on the Unit 1, Inventions and Inventors. As you can still remember, what was the first invention? It was that we tackled, it was the zipper. So today we are gonna tackle another invention, and let's start. Before that, Lesson 2, the postage stamp. Before we read it, there are questions. Number 1, does anyone here, does any one of you have a postage stamp? Or do you know what it looked like? Where do we use it? Next, how much does it cost to mail a letter? By this second question, we can get the idea that the postage stamp is used through sending a letter, by sending a letter rather. Next, name a famous person on a postage stamp. Do you know anybody who's been featured in a postage stamp? Next. This is a picture of letters, and this right here on top, in each corner of these letters, or what we call the postage stamp. And each country have their different postage stamps. The featured photos in the postage stamp depends on each country. It might be something that is important in their country or a national symbol. This is one example, a postage stamp of China, postage stamp of Spain, España, postage stamp of USA, Korea, and Cambodia. This is one of the postage stamps. All right, so we'll go ahead and read a brief history about the postage stamp. Before that, for us to have it, we need to look for the main idea. And what is the main idea? The main idea is the point of the paragraph. It is the most important thought about the topic. For us to know what the main idea or to locate what the main idea is, we need to ask ourselves, what is being said about the person, the thing, or the idea? So in this lesson, we're going to ask ourselves, what is being said about the postage stamp? What is the topic? What is the topic all about? So let's begin and read. There are bold letters for our vocabulary. Before the invention of postage stamp, it was difficult to send letter to another country. So postage stamp is used to send a letter in another country, and the sender paid for the letter to travel on his or her own country. Then the person in the other country paid for the rest of the trip. If a letter crossed several countries, the problem was worse. Comes Roland Hill, a British teacher, had the idea of a postage stamp with glue on the back. So our inventor right here is Mr. Roland Hill, a British teacher. He invented the postage stamp with a glue on the back. The British Post Office, this is a place where you send your letters, made the first stamps in 1840. So the first postage stamp was made in the year 1840. They were the penny black and the 2 pence blue. A person bought a stamp to put it on a letter. The post office delivered the letter. When people received letters, they didn't have to pay anything. The postage stamp was prepaid. So the person that received the letter from the other country does not need to pay for the letter since it was already paid through the postage stamp. Postage stamp became popular in Great Britain. Immediately, other countries started making their own postage stamps very quickly. There was still problems with international mail. Some countries did not want to accept letters with stamps from other countries. Finally, in 1874, a German organized the Universal Postal Union, or UPU. Each country in the UPU, or Universal Universal Postal Union agreed to accept letters with prepaid postage from other members. Today, the offices of the UPU are in Switzerland. Almost every country in the world is a member of this organization. It takes care of any international mail problems. Today, post offices in every country sell beautiful stamps. Collecting stamps is one of the most popular hobbies in the world, and every stamp collector knows about the penny black and the 2 pence blue. Penny black and the 2 pence blue are the first postage stamps created. So there are people who loves to collect postage stamps. Next. So let's meet the inventor, Mr. Rowland Hill, a British teacher, year 1840. That is what Mr. Rowland Hill looks like. And his invention was a postage stamp. These are the 2 postage stamps, the first 2 postage stamps, the penny black and the 2 pence blue, wherein they featured Queen Victoria of the UK. Okay, vocabulary. These were the bold letters, bold words in the paragraph. Crossed, went from one side to another. Delivered, took to a person or place. Received, got. Prepaid, paid for in advance. Immediately, right away or right now. Accept, to take. Example, crossed. My friend crossed the border from Cambodia going to Vietnam. Delivered. Micah delivered a letter to Aaron. Received. Aaron received the letter. Prepaid. Our internet is prepaid. We cannot use it if we don't pay first. Immediately. Micah immediately went to the school once she received the email. Accept. Jonathan gladly accepted the invitation from the palace. Thank you. So, main idea. Which is the main idea of this lesson? And choose one. First, Rowland Hill, a British teacher, invented the postage stamp. Second, when Mr. Hill invented the postage stamp, it solved a big problem. Or third, people collect stamps because every country makes beautiful ones. Which one is the answer? Is the paragraph or the lesson about Mr. Rowland Hill? Is it about how the postage stamp was invented and how it solved a big problem? Or is it about the collectors of the postage stamp? The answer is number 2. When Mr. Hill invented the postage stamp, it solved a big problem. And where can we locate the main idea? Because the author usually put the main idea anywhere in the paragraph. The main idea is located in the second paragraph. And that's it. Please answer. Exercises, answer pages 11, 12, and 13. Send it to my email with a subject, thoughts and notions, exercise number 2. Thank you. Have a great day.
អបអរសាទរឆ្នាំសិក្សាថ្មី2020-2021 សាលា e-School Cambodia សូមជម្រាបជូនដំណឹងដល់សិស្សានុសិស្សអាណាព្យាបាលនិងមហាជនទូទៅឲ្យបានជ្រាបថាការសិក្សាតាមអនឡាញក្នុង app e-School មកដល់ពេលនេះមានអ្នកប្រើប្រាស់ចំនួន1លានអ្នកហើយក្នុងនោះមុខវិជ្ជាជាច្រើនត្រូវបានរៀបចំជាង200ថ្នាក់ ច្រើនជាង 20000 វីដេអូថ្នាក់ចំណេះដឹងទូទៅពីថ្នាក់ទី1ដល់ថ្នាក់ទី12ថ្នាក់ភាសាបរទេសថ្នាក់កុំព្យូទ័រថ្នាក់ជំនាញខ្លីដើម្បីបងប្អូនទទួលបានការសិក្សាបន្ថែមនៅផ្ទះតាមអនឡាញ e-school Cambodia នឹងធ្វើការបញ្ចុះតម្លៃពិសេស 70% គ្រប់មុខវិជ្ជាចាប់ពីថ្ងៃនេះរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃទី31 ខែមករាឆ្នាំ2021កាន់តែពិសេសសម្រាប់ការទិញថ្នាក់សិក្សាចំនួន4ក្នុងខែតែមួយនិងទទួលបានសេវាធានារ៉ាប់រងអាយុជីវិតរយៈពេល1ឆ្នាំពេញដែលមានតម្លៃ10លានរៀលពីក្រុมហ៊ុន Fortelai ព័ត៌មានលម្អិតសូមទំនាក់ទំនងមក Page e-school Cambodia ទូរស័ព្ទលេខ090 787 999 e-school ផ្ដល់ចំណេះជំនាញនិងចំណូលសូមអរគុណ